here, and I'm going to click this Add Knowledge button. What this does is begins to start adding tabs and beginning to build its, I guess, your service specifically out for yourself. So commercial kitchen, this is something that you sent me.
Yeah.
We're going to preview this. What it's doing now is breaking this up, and now you can see it's making these tabs. So once I click add, what it should be doing is adding a label. I'm not sure why it's not adding label. Let me go back and see. And it's even saying it's the knowledge meter. Are you able to see? Yeah, because it's
wait a minute, let me go back to
for whatever reason the tab. So let me.
Oh, you want me on Meet or you want me on the Smart Answering AI?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you want me on? Did you want me on Meet or on the Smart Answering AI? Because are you controlling my?
For right now, yeah, I can fill it out just so we can have. I can show you how to use it, and then again, you can kind of begin to work on it with yourself at the end, because I think a lot of times there's two simultaneous people.
Good. Okay.
Different things at the same time.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it now. Perfect.
Okay. All right. So what I should be doing is perfect. Okay. There we go. It was freaking me out. There we go. We're back. The tabs weren't adding. So before it was completely blank. I was adding things. The tabs weren't there. Okay. We're caught up to speed. So I added, I'll just go back. I added this line here from one of your emails, just as a basic, sentence. And what it did was built out some of these tabs to then begin to understand and begin to kind of pick up what you're asking it to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one more. Let's see here. Copy and pasting. And what's nice is too, the copy and pasting, we might have to format it certain ways, just because obviously almost like a paper you submit in school.
Yeah.
We want to make sure it's not all broken up weird from a website perspective. So
a plagiarized paper that I submitted, by the way.
Hold
on 1 second.
Yeah, my fiance. Oh, good.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, all right, I'm back.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, just literally copy and paste from whatever you sent me. Again, you can copy and paste if you have like your own document. And again, we previewed, it began to, break whatever important trigger words or what you're trying to do specifically from the statement that you put in. Created these tabs. We're going to click add. And now the knowledge meter is going up. Obviously, the more answers, the better answers you're going to receive from it, and it can pull from separate tabs to give you better answers. And what we can do is first is kind of just build out, the basic ones, hours, location. I put Houston, Texas. Do we want to keep Houston, Texas?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is first, we're going to test it out without it having that knowledge. So it still has an unknown. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to test how the system answers one-off questions, it can't do follow-up or conversation. But what we'll do is this little microphone here. So I'm going to ask it, where are you located? And it should say, I don't have that information. So, yeah, where are you guys located?
We have local technicians available for restaurant equipment repair services nationwide. Is there anything else I can tell you more about today?
I'm actually impressed that it actually was able to pull that knowledge that quickly. So let me add the address. Hey, what's your address?
Sorry, but I do not have any information about our address.
Perfect. So obviously it doesn't have it. So what I'm going to do now is how we edit that. If there's a tab already there that you want to edit, if you just hover over it, there's a little pencil icon, and you can type from there. So I'm going to, Houston, Texas. Oh, if I can spell it right. Texas. Save it.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, where are you guys located, or what's your address?
We are located in Houston, Texas. Is there
So that's one. You can see how quickly it updates. It's simultaneous. There's no lags, input to where if
Mm-hmm.
you want to put something in, you don't have to wait 30 minutes to an hour. It automatically updates. But also too, that's literally how it will respond if someone asks that. So you won't have to worry if it's going to go off script. This is how, where you guys located. We're located in Houston, Texas. What else can I help you with? You saw in the transcript, basically that's literally verbatim how it will answer. So that's how you kind of test that out.
Nice.
Business hours. I like to do, I think, because there's, a lot of times it's different on each day. Am I right? Or is it,
yeah, it's different.
Simply enough.
It's different on each day. It's
Okay.
kind of want to say 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And then, I typically will do something like 10 to 1 on Saturday.
Okay. So, I chose to go, we did the location, just Houston, Texas, kind of a basic,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing else like, multiple locations. I chose to do add knowledge to then, break this down because there's kind of multiple points or multiple things that it'll need to make a tab for.
Okay.
So then I'm going to click preview. So then it makes these tabs. I'm going to add these. Sunday hours. And it kind of even predicted. It saw that you didn't have Sunday in there.
Okay.
What we can either do is I recommend, let's just say, closed, right? We're just, not open. Or do you want to have all Sunday closed, or, open hours, or
no? Do you have any type of like where it says emergency only or something?
Let's see. Say emergency only. Let's see what we get here. Again, this is kind of cool too because I learned I haven't put in every single thing. Oh, perfect. So let's see what it says on Sunday. So it added that now. All right. Are you guys open on Sundays?
I'm sorry, but we are not open on Sundays except for emergencies. Is there anything else I can tell you more about today?
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. So I guess, yeah, so that's, it'll be able to open, I'll ask it's, when are you guys open on Tuesdays?
We are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on
So we said, obviously the keyword, trigger word, it obviously can understand Tuesday. But again, today's Monday. Let's say when are you open tomorrow? I should be able to, it's able to pick up today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. And luckily all the hours are the same, but it's able to pick up, what day it is. And then if someone, there's different ways to ask the same question. So we just, have all that into the system. Yeah. What time you guys open tomorrow?
We will be open at 9 a.m. tomorrow. What else would you like to know about?
So it's able to pick that up as well. So, what I can do is,
does it? Does it? Is it able to? Now we're able to go to the next section where a customer is asking, do they service fryers or anything like that? Is it able to discern that kind of thing?
Yes. So what I can do is,
nice.
Let's just, yeah. So,
nice.
We are able to work and service,
fryers.
I want to make sure let's say restaurant fryers.
Well, there's only one type of fryer. Well, yeah. You say deep fryers. It's called a deep fryer.
Yeah, deep. There we go.
Yeah, because the other ones are like, they call those other fryers different names. I know what you. So you're an outdoor. You're a guy that likes to party. I see.
Yeah, no. I was just making sure we're making sure making sure the AI doesn't go off and like, yeah, we got all types of fryers, baby. What do you want? And they were like, okay, like it's in the fryer, the key word, and we just want to make sure we're putting the horse blinders on essentially. So, all right, we're able to work on service deep fryers. Able to service deep fryers, yes. So add that again. Go back to our little microphone here
because this was a what's that?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying this was a big problem in the past. Is that all these services tried to present themselves, but then when people would call, it wouldn't know what the different items were, and it like rendered everything useless.
Okay, so what we can do is too, if there are specific models, I guess higher frequency frequency asked, yes.
Yeah, you can add that. Right, we can add that. But yeah, before it was like if somebody called up and they said, "Oh, I want somebody that works on KitchenAid," and then the system would allow the person through, and then I would end up with a KitchenAid toaster, and I'm like, that's not what I work on.
Exactly, and what we can do is because that'll be a bridge later on we could talk more about. But if like let's say someone talks about KitchenAid, we don't do KitchenAid, but like they're like, no, I need to talk to a person, and we have it set up to where the tab specifically for that would be customer request human. No, if we have that set up. Call transfer to, so like you'd still be getting those KitchenAids.
No.
What we can do is set it.
What we're doing is exactly what I wanted. So I can ask them first, what type of appliance, and then we can go with I can go with the brand on the next prompt.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, we'll set that up. All right, perfect. So we just added the fryer, and I'll show you too. What's kind of cool is, let's see here. We'll do a little more demonstration besides the microphone. So I'm gonna do this. Mike, what's that personal phone number again? I can kind of show you how this works.
All right, hold on one second. Let me send that to you. Oh, all right. Where's the chat thing? Hold on. There it is.
There's that 216 number, right?
Nope. Oh,
damn it. 282. All right. So what?
281. My bad. 281.
281.
Yeah, there it is.
So what I'm gonna do is, all right. So I'm gonna call from my cell phone, my personal cell phone here.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is how we test more than one-off questions.
Yeah.
Is call this number. So this is a dormant system, but I'm going to role play as someone calling in from the information that we've already put in. So I'm going to maybe ask it, when you open on Wednesday, do you guys do deep fryers? Okay, cool. Can I talk to someone? And then just basic conversation, but just show you how this would work.
Okay.
Yeah. When are you guys open tomorrow by any chance? Yeah, I was just trying to see if you guys worked on deep fryers. Mine's broken. Yeah, can I talk to someone then about that?
Oh yeah.
Testing. Yeah, so that's my personal line. And are you seeing it come up?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Nothing's come up yet. Still email.
Yeah, I was you said you're gonna transfer me to Mike. Can I talk to someone, please?
little
And
bit of a
it's-
lag.
The number is 2. Well, it's
28
weird too because it shouldn't even be. Oh, yeah, 281-594-1180.
Yep.
Okay, that's all right. Well, we might have a little kink here, but that is. I'll be honest with you. I'm not just saying this. That's the first time the transfer call hasn't worked like that. 281-594-1180. Okay. But we can test that out. That shouldn't be an issue. Get like I said, because again, the transferring aspect has been pretty good.
Okay.
So it would transfer the call, and I talked about deep fryers. But let's say what I was talking about, kind of the people getting through, the undesirable.
Yeah.
We could set this up to where it's an interactive voicemail in the sense that I talked about the deep fryers. Scenario 1 was I want to talk to someone. Cool. Let me transfer you the call.
Mhm.
This option right here will, let's see, that's the same number. Let me copy and paste that again. It'll basically record a message, or not a record, but basically should send you what I was talking about. So
Okay.
I'm going to call it one more time, and
For to transcribe the call.
right. Yeah, I need to talk to someone about a deep fryer. It's been busted since last week, and I tried to fix it, but I need some help. Yeah, my name is Jay Thompson, and like I said, my deep fryer, my restaurant has been busted since last week. I tried to fix it, but it's only gotten worse, and I need help immediately. Yeah, if you could let me maybe know an estimate, or call me back as soon as possible, that'd be great. No, that's it. Thanks. Okay, so what should happen is you should receive a text message shortly. But what it'll provide is obviously my name, Jay Thompson, the number that I called from, and why I'm calling. It should have, called about deep fryer. Been working on it since last week. But just basically the main bullet points of the call, so at least you know why they're calling, so you can then make a decision on whether you can help them or not. Because the option 1, you're if someone wants to bypass the system and they're still an undesirable,
yeah,
we won't be able to decipher it based on what they're asking, because like that's just, we're just going to pass all the calls through. But this at least allows you to be like, I can fix this, or I can't fix it. I'm going to call them back or not call them back.
Can we have it set up where we can at least force them to provide the name of their restaurant or name of their location?
What we can do, if we start seeing issues, the prompt I think is what you heard. But if we're seeing issues in regards to people like Jay, like I don't know where Jay Thompson's located. If that becomes a frequent issue, what I can do is then bring that up to the team, because our engineering team and product team, because the more we hear about it, I can go ahead and put it in there. But I'll be honest, I don't know if it'll be, if it's not live up and running, I think it'll still be worked on, but not in an urgent matter. But if I continue to bring it up, saying like, hey, we're getting the messages are recording and doing everything he wants, but we need a little more specificity behind, specific information on like, hey, I'm in Houston, Texas. I own a McDonald's. Okay, cool. All that info. So
all right, so it just came through. And
okay, perfect.
The hell is Apple? It came through on my phone, but not on the computer. All right, Jay Thompson Needs immediate help with a broken deep fryer at his restaurant. He wants an estimate and a call back as soon as possible. All right, and then it took
Yeah.
me
So
to
then you could
the
be like, all right, yeah,
it took me to the app. Let's see
yeah. What you
here.
should be seeing. I guess we can segue into this. Is pretty
Yeah, all
cool.
the prompts. Yeah, I see them.
No. Yeah. Yeah. So like, yeah, the call history, you can literally see
Okay.
verbatim on the transcript what was being said.
Okay.
To where if like, we've had some people, not that this always happens, but I think it more happens when people are complaining and you're like, well, I tried to talk to the AI, I did all this stuff, and
it didn't listen to
you're
me.
like, okay, let me. Well, let's say that a lot of times the customer's not always right. Let's see what was said, and then you can see like, oh well, Jay Thompson, our system tried to help you 3 times, and you didn't give him any information, and like you could just see like, hey, essentially, I'm calling you out on your BS or you're lying here.
Yeah.
And I could see what was said, so at least you just know what's going on, and we don't leave you in the dark of like, you're having all these customers complain like, your AI cussed me out, like it did all this stuff, and you're like, I can't see what's going on in the inside, but now here's everything that you need to say, like, just have the information to do whatever you want with it, just more or less letting just an inside look on how it's responding and how it's acting. So, but yeah, and then the analytics, again, just a 30,000 foot overview of like why people are calling, out of total calls, smart answer, transfer to human kind of thing. But yeah, that's kind of the basic thing. Is I guess the next part is, I would recommend, because it's not live right now, which is great, but you could play around with this by adding knowledge, editing certain tabs, literally copying, pasting kind of what you sent me through the email. And we can meet either tomorrow or Wednesday to see where you're at, or you can email me and I can kind of work on it with you through email.
Yeah.
But more or less just, again, kind of comparing myself to a driver's ed teacher, to where I want to teach you how to drive the car. I want you to pass, get your license. And then I'm there in the passenger seat if you need me, but more or less just, I'm there to help. And then, once you get your license, I'm there in the background in case any emergencies or anything.
One quick question, and this is something I know you can't,
Yeah.
you're not able to do right now, but is there any option that you guys are going to have for text to speech? Right? Because you have the option to call, and then you have it just says all. But once again, when I'm working, now I gotta look down and I have to read through the whole tree. And it's like, yeah. So Google Voice, and even Google Voice, it'll actually do text to speech on the transcribed message, which is why so many people love it. So I can still work and then hit the button, and then it'll actually read to me the message.
Yeah, that's a functionality that like should be. That's honestly, you're the first person to mention it to me. But what I can do is hopefully get an inside glimpse if I mention it to the engineering team to see if they're working in the back room to see if they're working on something like that. But I'll mention the text to speech, and I'll also mention
because the whole purpose, the whole purpose is so I don't answer the phone call and I don't have to stop. And then and so usually I can just reach on over, because I'm usually working with a couple of tools, and then I can just tap a button, and then I can hear the whole conversation between the customer and the prompts, and then I know if it's important enough for me to stop right then and there, or if I can keep working and then get it to it later. Just from my standpoint, that's where I'm coming from.
Right. Yeah, because again, you're not going to be the only person that is working with something and probably has convenience to doing something like that. I'll be honest, I want to see if, in sense of the recording of the calls and giving it access back to the people, and what the regulations are, I guess, and what
No, if you could
What
just
they
read the,
asked.
if you could just verbalize the text to speech.
Oh, the text. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean,
Cool. Okay.
this is a lot. I mean, this is a lot. I wish I could put them. This is a lot of back and forth, and and it's like, well, hell, I might as well answer the damn phone.
Yeah.
So, and then two, it's like sometimes, all right, I'll finish up working, I'm packing everything up, and then by the time I actually have time for it, I'm driving. So now then I gotta look down at a light or waiting to get onto the highway or something, and then look on over real quick and try to read through and make sure I caught everything. So if it's text to speech, I can
Yeah.
have the message verbalized to me while I'm doing something not significant, while I'm doing something like packing up all my stuff or writing out an invoice for the customer. Then I can hear what somebody else is looking for. And then by the time
No,
I get in the
that's perfect.
vehicle, then I can make a phone call. I can return that phone call and I'm on it. I know what they want. I'm already able to shorten that phone call, so I can hopefully end it by the time I get to the next place.
No, yeah, I'm putting it in right now to our sequence in the back end of text to speech from text.
Yeah, so I don't
And
need to, no offense, but I don't need to hear your voice.
right,
uh,
exactly. Okay, so I'm putting that down. It looks like I guess the next step is you playing around with it a little bit. I'm here to you've got my that phone number that I called you from. You can text
yeah,
that. What we can do is correspond, but more or less just kind of letting you play around with it.
okay,
You can't break it. Put as much effort into it as you want. Add as much things, and then that number you can role play, and then that microphone allows you to test off those one-off questions, and then we can kind of have a little powwow either tomorrow or Wednesday, and then see where we're at. And then if you like what you see, we can kind of make it go live, and then really
okay,
kind of just look at it throughout the day and see how it goes in a live test.
perfect.
All right. Well, Mike, hey, let me know. You got all my contact info. Feel free to use it all. I'm here on the back end. I'm here to help. But other than that, I'll let you play around, and then we can meet Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever works best for you. Okay.
So Wednesday is better. I'm going to be it's like all hands on deck tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, looking at my calendar, Wednesday works best for me too. You want to try to do the same time, kind of early in the morning? 9 o'clock?
Same time Wednesday, because so many people are actually closed today, and then I won't be able to get
Okay.
to them until tomorrow. So everybody's quote unquote special and all that. So
Yeah.
so,
We're working on the Monday, so
yeah.
we're getting it done. So yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I'll send over another invite for Wednesday morning, and then we'll see where your account's at, and then we can have 30 to 45 minutes to finish it up and get everything going.
Perfect. Sounds great.
All right. Well, Mike, have a good rest of your day. Okay.
All right. Thanks. You too.
Thanks.
All
Bye.
right. All right. Bye-bye. So that is, no, I don't need any more. It's crazy. They're using Google for everything else. I'm using Google Meet, but I can't use my Google Voice. Oh, you guys can't see me. So, so yeah, I am desperately trying to weed out the undesirables. Desperately trying to weed out all these people with these oddball questions. So many people call me up and they're literally trying to pick my brain for answers. What's this? What do you think that is? And as the economy gets challenging, especially on my end, due to the fact that I am taking care of a number of restaurant locations, you get desperation sets in. And so people will try to save money any way they can, and they'll try to save money by trying to fix things themselves, but they don't have the slightest idea how to fix this stuff, especially now with all the with all the digital controls, the boards, and the sensors, they have no clue, and no amount of YouTube videos is going to help a novice get through this, get through trying to fix this kind of stuff. So I'd rather get a little bit of information about people before I invest time into these people. They would do a restaurant, yeah. Yeah, so they're kind of SoundHound is kind of going after Open Table and the like. Open Table, hospitals, well, hotels, drive-through, retail. It's a company like this is doing a lot of the AI for McDonald's. I don't know if you've experienced that where you go to a McDonald's and you go through the drive-through and it sounds like somebody in India, but it's not. They actually have like an AI. Yeah, did you see that where it said that they had the AI stock for SoundHound? So he didn't go into who their clients are. I didn't really care. But hold on, let's see here. Let's see here where something said SoundHound stock. What the hell? There it is. All right, so there's SoundHound AI. Let's see. Let's go to 1 year's time. Well, that's a much better chart. Okay. Due to the fact that it's emerging, so it's you would have more you would have more than doubled your money because now they dipped down to like $5. So yeah, if you would have got in at 2, you could have easily doubled your money to 4. I wonder why it's dipping. I wonder why it's dipped recently. Everybody's down. Apple, Tesla, NASDAQ. Anyway, so there it is. So there is SoundHound. Oh, you guys couldn't really see that too well. Yeah, $5.89 a share. It went up as high as 10. It went up as high as 10 on SoundHound. And it's as you see, it's went up. So let me see. I doubt if it was around for 5. Oh, it's been around for 5 years. Oh wow. So it was as high as 15. Ooh, it was almost a penny stock. Look at that. It was down to $1. It was down to $1. Could have 10 extra money. Anyway, so this is a little brief. That was a little brief thing about SoundHound. Yeah, I see. It looks like it, huh? Man. Anyway. So anyway, I am desperately trying to automate damn near everything. I have gone through, man, over the years, man, I've gone through at least 10 different females that have answered my phones. At least 10. It's probably higher than that. And I always ran into situations where I'm having to spend all of my time trying to educate the person answering the phone about the business so that the customers aren't furious when they get a hold of me. Really? Oh, okay. That's what. All right. So that's why NVIDIA. It's also showing NVIDIA over here on the side saying NVIDIA's up by a little bit. So 911 on NVIDIA. So anyway, yeah, I've been oh man, it's always you're spending all this time and the person that answers your phone is acting like they're taking a test to work for the airlines. Like they're trying to memorize all of these different brands. and all of these different scenarios. They're trying to get enunciation and pronunciation on the words. They're trying to pronunciate things like Hoshizaki, Onera. They're trying to pronunciate all these different, because everything I work on is practically foreign. True is local. Quite a number of them are local, but I really do get into, Fagor. Fagor is another one. I'd say an easy 300 service providers that I'm authorized for are foreign companies. And so it gets a little involved when the person has to answer the phone and they're trying to figure out stuff. So anyway, this would be wonderful. It has never worked out for me. Usually the girl answered the phone, freaks out at some point in time during the conversation, and just forwards the call over to me. And I'm usually in the weeds as to what they want. Or they're calling me every 5 minutes or sending me text messages every 5 minutes saying, hey, I'm on the phone with this customer and they want to know this, they want to know that. And they're petrified of letting a call fall through. They've all been extremely terrible note takers. I'll try to read their notes. Like, they'll put the stuff in Google Calendar or they'll text me directly depending on their skill level. And it has never worked. It has never worked. Yeah, I know. If it's time to buy, if they're down. But luckily Nvidia is up. It's not. Oh, shoot. Nvidia is up. Whoa, no. It just dropped. Like, what? It just dropped 8. It just dropped from $11 from $911 to $906. But let me see here what we've done over the last 5 days. And this is the holiday season. Yeah, it's been down over the last 5 days. But all in all, we're up. So in 1 month's time, everybody's up. AMD is up. Amazon is up, and I know you think Amazon is a shopping company, but no, Amazon is a cloud sharing company. Amazon is the world's cloud storage. That's what they're doing, and Microsoft is still up over the month. Everybody's up over the month, so it's not time to freak out just yet. Yeah, AWS is Amazon. Is their Amazon cloud sharing? Let me see. Do they have it spun? I don't think they have it spun off separately. Let me see if they have it spun off separately. But yeah, Amazon is running everybody's back end. I mean, they're really giving Amazon a run. I mean, they're really giving IBM a run for their money. They're really they are the contender out there. Yeah, see, NASDAQ is using Amazon. NASDAQ, where they need, milliseconds for these transactions. That's what makes or breaks somebody, and they are using Amazon. So that's just what it is. Yeah, it's a beast. They are a beast, and they are the one to beat. They are the one to beat. So, Internet Computer Protocol. Well, I mean, I'm using Internet Computer Protocols quite often. I mean, this is my phone. The reason why I'm doing this is because I do. Now you got me blank. I do an Internet protocol where my phone system all of my phone systems are virtual. And they have always been virtual ever since I was a beta tester for Google Voice. So I had it before it was launched to the masses, and I've had it so long I'm grandfathered in. They've since canceled it, or you can't get it anymore. And all of us that still have it, we have it until it's over with. I have an 800 number That 800 number is through a company called eVoice. So, talking to good people on this Monday after the holidays. So I'm using eVoice. Oh wow, an eVoice. So yeah, so you can get another line for as low as $14. So you can get with eVoice. This is where I have my 800 number, or you can have a local number. For those of you that have your machinations, those of you that have your desires of operating different techs in different cities, you can have a system such as this where you can select a number for each market that your techs are in. A protocol for blockchain? Because I'm going to tell you something, and you're going to be furious. I've been married about 18 years. Well, 17, according to my wife, 17, 18, I don't know. And I bought some coin. Not a lot. I just bought some coin back 14, 15 years ago. I don't know how to get into it. I don't know how to get into my coin. And then if I try another like 5 times or 4 more times, I'm permanently locked out. I've tried everything. I printed out the QR code that's supposed to unlock my blockchain, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Nothing works. Nothing works. I'm just hoping that in the future they're gonna have some kind of way where I can get into it. I tried my wallet. I tried going into the wallet and doing it. I can't get into it. I can't get into it. I don't even want to think about how much is in there. I really, really don't. And this was, this was like 14, 15 years ago. Maybe 13 years ago. Oh no, longer than that. Yeah. Oh, my daughter's 12. So between 12 and 14 years ago, I had this. I put a little money in there. And the reason why I put money into into that is because back then it was deemed the next way of accepting payments. So I put a little something in there so I can open up my account so I can accept coin as a form of payment. And all these years later, 12, 13 years later, I have not had a single person pay me in Bitcoin or Doge or anything. No one has ever kept it. No one has ever used it as a form of payment. So that's how I end up forgetting it. And this is back when when a coin was $100. Really? Interesting. All right. We'll check it out. Let's see. Good old Toshi. Toshi's the one that came up with the blockchain protocol. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me see what else we had. So anyway, so this is eVoice that I'm using. It is not. It was listed with Hoshizaki and a couple others, but now I am having a problem with Hoshizaki. I gotta talk to whoever handles the website. They gotta relist my site. Yeah, that's what I had. I had Bitcoin Cash, so I don't know how to get into it. I don't know how to get into it, unfortunately. And it wasn't much that I put in, but as you know, it doesn't matter. You could put in 50 cents and it still amounts to something nowadays. Anyway, so this is all the eVoice stuff that I have. So what they're doing is they're going to embed themselves in my eVoice, where the call is actually forwarded to SoundHound, and then the AI is going to take it from there. So as you see here with the eVoice, you can have 3 phone numbers for $16 a month. So you can have a West Palm Beach number, you can have a Chicago number, and you can have a Houston number, and then advertise those numbers or give those numbers to each one of your technicians in those 3 markets. And then you can tell them, hey, you can give this number out, and the customer will call that, and then you can answer the line. You could transfer the line back to them. See where it says multiple extensions, port numbers. You get to keep your number. That was a thing. They came up with that like 10 years ago. Okay. Add-on features. Yeah, it has voicemail and call recording and all that other stuff. A lot of extras. Of course, the virtual fax, but who the hell uses that? I stopped using that 10 years ago. I actually got eVoice for the virtual fax. And now you could just scan your stuff now and send it on over. Questions? How was your holiday? Thank you all for coming in and checking out my content. I really do appreciate that. So this is some of the taking you along with me on some of the journey that I'm going through. Now I know based on the information I've given you guys on ConApp, on Nordon, and some of the other ones, you would be able to have technicians work in different areas. If you have highly experienced technicians, you can do things such as have them work at the for Darden Group, so that they can do any one of those. The money comes directly to your account. It doesn't go, the technician never touches the money. All right. So let me do this. So using these systems, you can have multiple technicians, various parts of the country. The phone calls will be controlled by you, and the money will go directly to you. So when you're dealing with big business, they're not paying the local technician. The local technician can write up, or you yourself can talk to your technician on location and then email it to the manager, where the manager can sign the form and then send it off to corporate. Once they do that, then the bill gets paid in 30 days or 45 days, and that money goes directly to your banking account. Let me see here. Oh, hey, no problem, man. No one else is giving you guys this type of inside baseball. So I just want to let you guys know, give you guys a fighting chance. That's all this is doing, is giving you a fighting chance at what is out there. So I hate to sound like a G.I. Joe cartoon, but no one is half the battle, right? So I can tell you all of these things, but you still have to get your customer, and you still have to complete the jobs. There's still that factor. Yeah, they even have vanity. Oh, now eVoice is letting you do your own number. Okay. I don't want to change my number, but this is what I'm using. I'm using the toll-free number. I think I have 300 minutes a month. And I know some of you, we haven't heard the term minutes in 20 years. That's since I was selling cell phones. But minutes have been longer than that. Minutes have been minutes have been over 25 years. But yeah, we still use minutes when it comes to this type of thing. So they charge you per minute that you're online talking to a customer. If the customer calls and goes straight to voicemail, that doesn't count against your minute count. And in 10 years, I have never even come close to my 300 minutes. Why are they making their thing so complicated? So SoundHound wants to stay away from the voice, the telecommunications part, and they're just trying to do the AI. It doesn't matter if it's over an intercom or over a phone system. I'm trying to get to this damn thing for you guys, and this is being a pain in the butt. Let me just log into mine. Let me just log into my system. That's what I love about Apple. All right, so let me see what we got here with and I said I was gonna start doing my. All right, so now we're in my system. This is direct. This is exactly what you would see. Oh, let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger. All right, so this is exactly what you see. So I have my messages, which I don't have any messages. Yeah, I didn't opt for any messages. This is my 800 number. I don't want another job. I don't want another job. So I said, no, no messages. This is my call routing. So once again, I can have different phone numbers. Oh, I gotta erase this other number. Oh, wait. No. That's my numbers. So yeah, I have my work number and then my personal number listed here. And I believe I can add more, but my wife doesn't want to be bothered with it. And of course, I'm in the basic 24 hours. I don't know how many I am limited to. If you guys want to see more about this, about getting different numbers, Brother Charles, hey, we got cut off. That was your line that got cut off. And then my phone got called. The AI phone got called. That's why I didn't get a chance to call you back. But yeah, Brother Charles does he has his own ice cleaning service in Houston, and then I'll handle the service side of it. Oh, and just so you guys know, this is Ziff Davis. This is a Ziff Davis subsidiary. Quite a few of you know, based on what you guys have been putting in there and putting in the chat, you know who Ziff Davis is. The different things that they used to have going on, magazines and whatnot. But they go way back with the internet. So now you got the different tiles, just like Mosaico used to have back in the day. So I have my auto attendant. Auto attendant is off. You know what? I think they might have turned it off so that the system can answer the phone calls. Ordinarily, the auto attendant would be active. Okay, so you can see with my billing, right? So I'm paying $15 a month. So I'm paying $15, well, $16 a month. I have 300 minutes, no additional charge. Well, for additional users, they consider my two numbers 2 users. And if I wanted to send a fax, like who the hell has a fax nowadays? It'd be 4 cents. You can, oh yeah. You can get international numbers with this as well. So if you're a person like me, where you're operating in Jamaica and that type of thing, you can get a Jamaican number. You can get a number from Belize, right? Royce J. You can get a number for Belize. I don't know if Royce is still here. Royce was Royce set a chat on fire yesterday with his Tether Talk. This is Brother Royce. He's got a channel. It's called Royce Babble. I just need to see if I can find it. You guys want to follow him. Every now and then we get to talking about the service side. He's a landlord. He's a veteran. He used to be like my boxing instructor back in the day. Back when I was like 15, he used to beat the snot out of me. I was always worried about getting knocked out in the ring. And so our teacher had Royce J tune me up so I would never be afraid of going into the ring. But I was still scared of going into the ring. But Royce J is a highly accomplished martial artist, kickboxer, He's won many trophies, many awards. Everybody else that I trained with did. They went and they made a lot of money and got a lot of awards. But I just never did it. So here, I only did one call. See, that was 1 minute. One call, 1 minute. Out of my 300, I really don't do that much on the 800 number. Some of you have called my 800 number, and that's why I didn't have any problem talking to you on it, because I really don't. And I really don't field many calls on my 800 number. And once again, you could do your international. You could do international fax. And then this is what I was talking about with him, where the voicemail will go to text, the transcription. You have voicemail to text, and then it'll actually read your text message to you once it transcribes it. All right. So that's just a little bit about the 800 number. But I have it certain no, man, this is back when I was a kid, man. This is back when I was a kid. I grew up in a before we went to a George Bush community. We used to live in an all-black community, and it was an ideal all-black community. It was that whole Baldwin Hills type of thing. And then crack moved in, and when crack moved in, everybody else started moving out to the suburbs. Crack moved in, Section 8, all that stuff started popping up, and then the neighborhood started going down. And when it started going down, we didn't move. We just started buying more property. My father started buying more property, and it is what it is. So I had to, even though I come from a huge, I had 35 first cousins on my father's side, and about 15 of them lived in the area. So I lived kind of in a protected bubble, but I still wanted to know how to protect myself and how to deal with whatever came my way. So, I went and joined a kickboxing school. And the guy was he was the real deal. He unfortunately he died of he had cancer, brain cancer, and he passed away. But he was the real deal. And I ran into Brother Royce. He just so happened he's online, he has a show, Royce Babel, and he was talking. I was asked, he lives in Florida now, and I was asking where he was from, and he said he was from Chicago, and I started telling him I was from Maywood, and he said, hey, he was from Maywood. Then he said he was in a gym in Maywood, and then I started to put two and two together, and yeah, he doesn't remember me because he was like 20 and I was 15, but yeah, he was he taught me. Royce was one of the people involved with teaching me how to box back when I was 15. I'm now 47, about to be 48 in a couple of months. So I ain't trying to start no trouble, but I ain't trying to run away from nothing either. It is what it is. All right. Don't think I'm no tough Tony out there. It just is what it is. I just know how to handle myself. So there's SoundHound, there's eVoice. I can't show you Google Voice because you can't get it. You can't get it. It's been phased out. No. No. What? Unless it's gonna be one of these tech guys, well, not tech, one of these the other appliance guys. If it's gonna be one of those appliance guys, I actually look forward to that. Yeah, I very much look forward to that. So some of the talking heads on YouTube think we all get along. On the appliance side, we do not. We do not. Some of those guys are really, really out of pocket because they got like 30,000 subscribers and stuff like that. They want to talk crazy. I get along with all the black ones though. With Team M, Mike Sneed, we all get along. But there's the others, and we don't see eye to eye. So, all right, so that's that. What kind of questions you guys got? Because I do have to get my day going, man. I got to get my day started. I know how many people are off today. Put a 1 in the chat if you're off today, because all the part houses are closed, all that kind of stuff. But I still have PMs to do. Let me see here. Let me see if I could put some of this stuff in. I still have PMs. I have, believe it or not, some of the Wingstops still have Continental refrigeration in them. Oh man. And what you guys, how many people here follow me on Instagram? Let me see what I got here. See if you all have seen any of these. Yeah, that's gonna take. Oh no, they didn't take. All right, let me see if this will work. There we go. So I've had some situations out here, man. Oh, good. Will I ever use text again? Oh man. Here's the thing. I'm in a situation where I actually have to. But see, of course, in what? Would I ever use text again? Long story short, yes. Yes. Funny thing is, and Brother Charles will tell you, I got somebody that just called him looking for me last week, more than likely wanting to do some work for me. I tried to have him do some work. Those of you that are really close to me will know that I had a situation where I couldn't work for quite a while, and so I had a number of people working for me, and it was kind of rough because they were doing all kind of strange things, and so I I kind of nipped that in the bud, man. I nipped that in the bud, and I went and did my. I had to go back out there. So, all right. So this sucker here, man, I'm doing PMs, and I don't know how anybody was working on this unit before. There was not enough room. This is why I do installs. This is why I do installs, because this was a no-go. I would have told these people definitely not. And even still, all right, if I were absolutely in a situation where I could not put this absolutely anywhere else, this is what I would have done. I would have taken the back lid of this and cut it out. I would have completely removed it, so then you could slide it forward. Then once you slide it forward, you could at least, once you take out the distribution tube, you would at least have the thickness of your hand that you can get in there. So as it is now, it is awful. Oh, good. Oh, transitioning to commercial side. Actually, yeah, I should be able to do something like that. That goes along with the book. Hold on. That goes along with the book that I am like 3 years behind in finishing. Let me see where my book is. It's in Word. I have a book. I have a book. Let me see if this is it. And let me show. Let me cancel the other screen. Let me present the Word. And action. So I have this book that I've Right? So it's covering history. Make sure, let me take myself off the screen. So I start and stop it. I keep, damn, now if I can get to it. I start and stop it every now and then when I when I think about it, I try to come back to it. This is where I want to cover every time. I keep going down this damn rabbit hole. So the third party services, manufacturer warranty, branding, covering insurance, how to properly advertise, technology, type of service, and then invoicing systems. So I keep getting tied up, right? So I go over there when I tell you guys about the book. This is the preface where I talk about the chapters, right? What's your vision for your business? Do you have any ideas on how to start this endeavor, right? And then I go, these are the questions you need to answer. What type of clientele would you prefer to have, right? Then I get into the 2 types of clientele you're going to discuss, which are new locations when it comes to commercial. It's new locations and existing locations. So I'll get into those 2 styles. If anybody saw the brewery video that I did just the other day, where I had that on Instagram, and then I went back because I'm taking care of them all the time. And that was new construction. I did the startup. I did not do the install, but I did the startup. So they qualify as a new customer. And all the trials and tribulations coming with that, having them to understand, having the customer, when they're a new customer, they're a completely different animal than an existing customer. An existing customer's kind of been through it before. They understand that certain things fail, certain things need servicing. New customer has no clue. A new customer is a babe in toilet. They have no idea. So I go into the history, right? So after World War II, that was basically the start of the appliance repairman, right? Before that, these things were so simple, and a refrigerator was just a cabinet. That's why they called it an ice box. It was just a wooden chest with a section that had the ice above it, and then the cold, because cold air drifts to the bottom, they would have the cold air drift on top of their food, and then they had another section where they stored the water, and that was the cold drinking water. So they always, when you had a fridge, you always had water and ice. And so that's the Iceman came, I guess it was every other day or something like that. The Iceman would come and drop off ice, just like Frozen, and they would come by and drop you off some ice. And that's how you kept your fish cold, because everybody went to the market every day, or they went hunting and stuff like that. And so then I go over how these guys, where they were younger, and then they started the Maytag. The whole thing. So you went to the military, and then Maytag went to these guys that went to the military. They trained them how to work on Maytag appliances, specifically laundry. And then when these guys got out of the military, then they were given these Maytag stores. So they were given Maytag stores to sell Maytag appliances, and then they were given Maytag laundromats. So if you see a Maytag laundromat, that sucker goes way back. It just had different owners over the time. But back in the day, if you went to a Maytag store, or if you went to a Maytag laundromat, 9 times out of 10, it was a veteran that had owned that location. And then they in turn taught their sons, they in turn taught their brothers and stuff like that. And that's the genesis of that part of the business. So I talk about the Vietnam and Korean War, blah, 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 book stuff, then getting started, all this kind of stuff. You're not required to register, right? Even if you're not required to register as a doing business as a DBA, I need to straighten that out. You might want to anyway, because some places they look at appliance repair as working on toasters and that type of thing, and mixers. All right. So I just talk about that, talk about the EIN, little stuff like this. So I really do need to finish this book. get into the fear that you have with taking on your first job. Many of you work on the residential side, and even still, you have this fear that comes over you when it's time to transition on over to the commercial side. You have this same fear all over again, like when you had on the residential. Not everybody has that. I found that out, but the vast majority of people have that because it is different. And now I've lost my damn screen. Let me cancel this. Sorry about that. There we go. So I got, as you see, I have different chapters covering different things. Service group associations. I go over Marcone. I go over CEFESA. I go over PSA. I go over USA Group. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you guys. I'm talking about liability insurance, workers' compensation, all different type of things. There's CEFESA. See, I go over CEFESA, and then even though it's a book, I'll still give you the link. Ebook, you would of course be able to click on it. Once it's turned into an ebook, I go over the Coffee Technicians Guild. Why that's like that, I don't understand that. Hold on a second. Let me correct that. All right. So the Coffee Technicians Guild, the SCA, right? So the SCA, which is these coffee people, and in under the SCA, you have the Coffee Technicians Guild. So they have their guide. They have a website. I need to update this part for all of us coffee people because they have a very extensive training website, and I don't think I have that linked here. So they go over coffee in different countries. All right, so I'll go over vehicles, your choice of vehicle, what that does for you. Sockbox trucks. Yeah, because I was just looking at a box truck. I was looking at a box truck pickups. What the hell was I trying to say here? I have a lot to. AI is correcting my words, and it put in stuff that I had not pick up. What I have to read that, see what the hell I was trying to say. I might as well delete that, by the way. Work in progress, people. Work in progress. So you got to realize I'm trying to work, and I'm trying to put out books, and I'm trying to develop internet content for you all. I do appreciate everyone that has. Let me see here. I do appreciate everyone that is subscribed to me. All right, let me see here. I'm still fighting with YouTube. YouTube is messing around with me. I have my advertising account, and then they decided to make a separate account, and then now they don't want to recognize me. So now I need to switch it to so I can actually get the funds that you all have put in through super chats, through your subscription. They still haven't released any of those funds to me yet. But I'm still working on it, so that's why I still put out content. All right, with commercial scenes, these folks, well, yeah, of course. The reason why people want you out there within minutes is because if they don't have, it's due to the fact that if they are missing, they're missing a piece of equipment, they're losing money. If their refrigeration is down and they don't have a walk-in box, they're now having to cook that product or throw it away. They're running the risk that the health department is going to come in and cite them. They're running the risk that now somebody has to actually run out and buy more food when their inventory runs low. If their fridge is out and they don't have a walk-in, sometimes they have to go out to Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that and buy a chest freezer and throw stuff in there. If you go to McDonald's and there are no French fries, that's a problem, right? So the McDonald's doesn't have a backup set of fryers, right? If their bank is down, then they have no fryers. You know, if the grill is down to the griddle, matter of fact, oh, let me see if I can show you this. So I just went to let me see if I can find this. Because I went through all the Berkshire Hathaway stuff, I gave Dairy Queen another try. I went to a brand new one. I went to a brand new one, and yeah, they let me down again. But Dairy Queen was a very, very big thing when I was a kid. That was where you went for ice cream. It wasn't really 31 flavors. It was Dairy Queen was what you wanted. Man, and I have these pictures. It hasn't gone over to my computer. So they only have one. They have the Nico, which I have at home. I don't think it's what the hell. Let me just show you what this thing looks like. And thank you all for bearing with me on this rabbit hole that I go down. And I've shown this to you before. Now, if you go to, let's go to shopping. This device here. Let me see if I can find a new one. This device here, and you see a bunch of them used. I actually have one of these that I do need to provide training for. Here, this one's got a logo on it. $22,000. Oh, you guys can't see that. My bad. Hold on one second. Let me drop my book. Let me drop my book and let me go back to this because you guys couldn't see it. Damn it. Sorry about that. I'm going to put up a tablet. I'm going to put up a tablet. So this $22,000, this sucker here is responsible for the burgers at what used to be Red Robin. This is what responsible for your burgers at a Burger King. Not all of them, but this is an option for them, Duke or this one. This is what is at every single one of your Dairy Queens. This is where the burger comes from. It gets fed in through this top section and it comes out through the bottom. Now, if this is out, they don't have any burgers. If that is out, they don't have any way of giving you burgers. So yeah, they're going to call their existing service provider and they're going to say, hey, look, our machine is down. We need you to come out. We need you out right away. And they're going to say, hey, look, we're sorry, we're tied up. We can, as soon as we can get there, it'll be tomorrow. And then they hang up the phone. Now that same restaurant is going to call everybody and their mother trying to get somebody out because they're losing out on thousands of dollars every hour. Just to put this in perspective, a small restaurant, a small mom and pop might do, I'm going to give them a large number. They might do $2,000. They might do $2,000 a day in sales, right? Well, for lunch, we'll do lunch. I just wanted a regular calculator. They might do $2,000. All right, so 2,000 times, and then we'll just say they're open. Well, yeah, we'll do every day, 30 days. So that's $60,000. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Oh hell, you can't really see that. So that's $60,000. Yeah, I know. I make sure. So that's $60,000 that they make. Now, if they don't have their fryer, they're not going to make $2,000 a day. Let's say they don't have their fryer. Their fryer All right, let me break this down. $2,000 a day, and let's just say it's $4 for fries. Let me see, divided by 10 hours. So they have to make $200 an hour. $200 an hour. French fries are going to be about $4. Well, $3 or $4 out of that order. Let me see here. Let's see here. French fry costs. Let me see if they go over the cost of it. So you're drastically cutting into that $200 an hour. It's practically making that $200 number in half. So it's practically bringing them down to about $100 an hour. Let me see what somebody cost. Let me see here. So they're frantic. Everybody's frantically trying. The managers are not going to get their bonus. So that's the other thing. There is an incentive for people to not give away the food. There's an incentive for them to do upsells. And if they have pieces of equipment that are down, then those people are not gonna make their numbers. And it gets even worse when it's like a grill and stuff like that. Oh, what the hell? Fries at what the hell? All right, yeah. So I was off. So $5. $5, $3.25. I went to Charlie Cheesesteak on Saturday. I ordered a lemonade and gave them my information, because this is one I'm not familiar with, and gave them my information. That was $4.50. $4.50 for a cup of lemonade. I was like, wow. So when they're missing their ice cream, when they're missing their drink machines, when they're missing that, they're missing out on thousands of dollars. And that actually can make or break a location, which is why they're calling you and they want somebody right away. It's life or death. It's frantic. If they have to go buy a new piece of equipment, they still need someone to disconnect the old stuff, and they need somebody to bring in the new stuff. They need somebody to uncrate the new stuff. They're not set up for that type of action. They're not set up for that. And in $22,000 for a new broiler is going to put a little bit of a dent. It's going to put a little bit of a dent in their numbers for the month. You know, just a little bit there. I'll give you a good example. Five Guys. So I deal with the Marshall warmer, right? So I don't know why that happened. So this is a Marshall warmer, and this is typically one. Here we go. Security. So this is something that most people overlook. Contractor's been on my channel, and he talked about warmers before, but he was talking about lamp warmers. This is a different one. This right here, what you see, this model 145486. This one right here is what you tend to find at a Five Guys. Now, it's going to be slightly, some of them have this and some of them have it where they're individuals. So you have, this is one of the units that you will tend to find. Now, the problem that they're going to have when this sucker goes out, the problem that they have is the fries, they make their fries fresh. This is a vital piece of equipment. You wouldn't think so, but because they're using fries that are only using the natural starch, that are only using the natural sugar, they go in the back, they use a power wash. Let me show you what the hell the power wash looks like. So they're in the back. They're in the back using a damn. So what they do is they cut up all their French fries fresh, right? So this is a power wash table. This is for dishes. Yeah, here we go. So the power wash, they call it a dish table. So this is $11,793. What they do is they have a French fry cutter, and they're in the back with all these sacks of potatoes, and they're cleaning the potatoes. They're slicing them up, and then they throw them in this table. And this table is washing the starch off of their French fries. They then take those French fries and then they throw them. There's another step there, but then they throw them in the Pitco Solstice deep fryer. Once it's done with that fryer, they put it onto the Marshall air fryer. If they do not have that Marshall air fryer, those fries have to be thrown away, because they're not, if you're familiar with Five Guys, they're not rigid like McDonald's fries are. They're fully fleshed out inside the French fry. They're not hollow like a McDonald's French fry is. So they're usually quite upset when this sucker goes out. It is kind of like all hands on deck, because now they can't prepare as many French fries as what they want. We're gonna go with this one. What they call their fried dump station. Most common thing that happens is because this thing is drawing all this amperage, you have burnt up cords, burnt up wires. Let me see here. And feel free to contribute at any point in time with your comments, suggestions. Hey, hit the like button, people. How many likes do we have? Someone put in the comment section how many likes. I have to get on you guys about this now. YouTube is not going to let me grow if you don't comment. YouTube is not going to let me grow if you don't hit the like button. If you want somebody that's actually going to tell you what the hell is going on in the market, what different clients have, hit the damn like button. Help a brother out. Let me see if I can't find any of this stuff. But hit the damn like button. Hit that. Do the diddler. Hit that. Be like Diddy. Hit that. Help a brother out. So anyway, so this is the fry warmer. And let me see if I can pull up some pictures for you. What is that? Five Guys. Nope. I think I need to space it out. I only have external pictures. Cord. Maybe if I look up cord. All right. So I looked up cord and damn. Hold on. Let me take you on this journey with me. Let's go down the rabbit hole together. And thank you. If you guys are leaving to go ahead, hit the like button. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Now, let's go into the pictures. Let me see if we can find it. Hopefully you don't see any compromising photos of the wife on there. me see. I wanted chords. Let me see here. Five Guys. See, these are the different Five Guys I worked in. Let's see here. There we go. Here's Marshall. Here we go. Oh, yes, there's some pictures. So here we go. This is the fry station let me make sure you guys are looking at a decent sized picture. This is the fry station in Five Guys. So here's Five Guys. Without this, they can't, without this simple piece of equipment, they get backed up. Without this little piece of equipment, the line ends up at the door because they are not allowed to cook fries before the order comes in. They have a company policy, right? So this is the way they do business. As long as the fry warmer is working, they're allowed to make enough at certain times of the day to handle. In the beginning of the day, they're allowed to produce fries. If their lunchtime, they're allowed to produce fries and let them sit in the warmer for a certain amount of time. And then in their evening rush, they're allowed to make fries because they don't want the quality of the fries to suffer. Which means now, if you don't have this simple piece of equipment, people are standing there. The burgers are done, and they're still waiting on the fries to come up because the fries have this heavy moisture content, and they have to cook these fries. And it literally takes forever for them to cook these freaking fries. So something as simple as that, they need you. You got to come out there. You got to fix these. You got to fix these cords. Let me see what other pictures are. It's the cords. It's the actual element in themselves. No, this is a different. I think this is a different location. Fairfield Town. No, that's probably them. That's them. So this is a slightly more involved Marshall air warmer. These are not too involved to fix. Let me see if I got the back. So here's the back. They just have a simple cord. Yeah. So they have a simple switch, a simple on and off switch over here on the side. The contacts on the switch sometimes erode, get grease and oil in them, and then they stop transferring power. The cord, you see the cord here, it already has grease and muck on it. The cord here sometimes will fray, it'll break at this point in time. The cord, as you see in the picture, the cord, here it is right there. Where the cord meets the plug, this is where the most damage occurs. A lot of times this dumping station, and this is right there, dumping station. A lot of times this dumping station, they move it. It's on wheels. And so they move it so that they can clean the floor underneath it. Well, they don't think to unplug it. And then some of the employees, they're not of the commercial life. They don't understand it's a NEMA plug and it goes in there and it twists. And so they'll pull it thinking that the cord is just going to come right out, and it doesn't. And what it does is it's actually pulling on the actual contacts inside of the plug. And so you actually have to go ahead and repair that. Then you got the internally. I don't know if I have any pictures of the inside. Because this is live. This hasn't been prepped in any way. I don't have any pictures of how it looks on the inside. So just imagine a here's some of the AI stuff I'm working on. Just imagine, if you will. Where's the girls? I had some girls. Just imagine an element on a residential appliance where you have the contacts burn up on the element. So those things have to be fixed too. So everything is important on the commercial side. And it looks like I just lost everybody. Everybody is gone. So since it's just us, what other questions you got? Time for that individual attention. All right. Folks want you to come out. You can only handle what you can deal with, which is why I am instituting this AI. I am doing this AI so that I can weed out all of that stuff. So this is someone I'm going to approach. This is a coffee shop, and they are using. It's hard to show it. They're using Spaceman. They are using Spaceman soft. Well, for their frozen coffee. This is what the front of one of them look like. That's Spaceman. Here's some of the belts. I've worked on Spaceman. This is one. This is a burger. No, this isn't even a burger joint. This is a sandwich shop that serves milkshake. So one barrel is vanilla, the other is chocolate. And surprise, surprise, they always have a problem with the chocolate. They've broken various different belts on the unit. This is a belt that is proprietary to Spaceman. Nobody else has this damn thing. Nothing else is like it. I've tried, and it is a nightmare. And so sometimes Parts Sounds has it, sometimes they don't. Then they got to order it. See, if you see here in this picture, I have to show it to the client like, hey, it says quantity is 0. Even though it's cheap, quantity is 0. I actually have to, this was much later on where they actually had, they had 9 of this. They have 2 different belts. Same machine. For each barrel, they have different belts because of their placement. So one barrel is longer than the other. This is only going to have one belt for the motor and the barrel, and then it's going to have a secondary belt up at the top to stir the mix. So once this is for margaritas, and then this one has frozen coffee in it, but this one isn't a client just yet. Now let me see if I can get to any of your. Have you ever walked? Have I ever walked out on a job? Have I ever walked out on a job? All right. If you look at I don't know if you consider this walking out on a job. Let's see here. Let's see here. There are jobs that I don't go back to. I actually got into a screaming match with this Italian guy. He thought because he was 300 pounds that he was going to get his way. No, I told Baby Huey that was not happening. What the hell is that? Yelp. Right. So if you look at this, I don't know why that has so many more. Oh, that's not me. That's why. So on this, you have that's halal guy. So I have. All right. This guy was called out to service our freezer because someone on someone's preferred list. He's talking about Hoshizaki. He's being extremely vague because he didn't want he didn't want all the stuff to come out. So this guy, this was a second floor. This is a two-tier pizza joint. It's a 2-tier pizza joint. And what they did was they opened the doors to the freezers and hauled up the freezers upstairs. These were a Hoshizaki 2-door freezers. And they hauled up these things using the doors as leverage. Now, using the doors, they then bent the door hinges. Several times they called me. I said, hey, there's nothing wrong with it, right? I told them there's nothing wrong with it. And they said, no, it's doing this, it's doing that. And then the guy said, hey, man, I got a burned wire. He lied to me and told me something to get me to come out. He said, hey, oh, you guys can't see it. He said, hey, man, I got a burned wire. There's a burned wire in here. You got to come out and you got to fix it. He wouldn't show me a picture. And hold on one second. He wouldn't show me a picture. And I told him, I said, man, there's not going to be any burned wire for a door switch. The only thing that was up there was a door switch. So I finally went over there. And the guy said, hey, man, there's a burned wire. I said, no, it is a blue wire. And then there was a double sleeved wire. It was weird, but it was just a contact. It was just a door switch. There was no electricity going through the door switch. So it was, the outer sleeve was brown. And then it was another inner sleeve that was blue. And he said, oh, look, see, the wire is brown, it's burned. I said, no, that's his natural color. And so the guy was saying, why are you talking to me like I'm stupid? I said, because you're lying to me. He said, oh, you bent the door. And I told him the door was bent. So this time I walked out. I walked out on it. Oh, he walked out. Look, this guy says he is no longer on this business preferred list. Good luck, whatever. That is not true. They actually called me several times after that. So whatever. This guy, he said he is an absolute D-bag. That's because I called him a D-bag. So yes, it is rare, but I have two. Right. This thief, this is me. I'm saying this thief damaged his fridge, and then he wanted the factory to fix. He wanted me to fix the fridge for free because it's not warranty. And then I had another one. This is Umar, whatever this Middle Eastern guy is, and he had a dirty machine. Dude, so I've had a couple situations. I don't know if you say I walked out, but I took pictures, had to show them what's what, tell them what's what. Like the other one, he had electrical issues. This guy, he had electrical issues and he lied to me. He bought the gas. It was a gas station. He bought the gas station and wasn't truthful. And I told him I don't handle electrical issues with his circuit panel and stuff like that. No, see, that's the thing. I can't charge him. I couldn't charge. It was warranty. All right. So matter of fact, this is the thing. I don't even, when it's a situation like this, I have a policy. This is just me. I'm not suggesting that you do it, but I don't take any money from these people whatsoever. Once you take money from them, now you're in a contract. I have no such contract with them. Now, the other one, I did clean their ice machine because you can't see if the machine is working until you clean the ice machine. And the guy lied to me and said it was working just fine. I said, you sure it's working? He said, yeah, it's dirty, just need to be cleaned. So I cleaned it. And it was, oh man, his circuit panel kept popping and none of his other refrigeration was working in that gas station either, by the way. Nuts. So legally, once you take their money, now they have certain protections. But if I don't take their money, I could walk away. I could walk away. He can say whatever, but I have my pictures. He damaged it. It's the second floor. It's very easy to see that they opened the door and hauled the refrigerator up using the door as leverage. The people up on the incline use the door to pull it up. So anyway, so that's that. I mean, it happens. It's, for me, it's not a major part of my business that I have these issues. I'm recommended by the different manufacturers, so it is just that thing. It's usually when I come out, I'm already out, and the customer they're fully aware that I am experienced with the product, that I'm essentially an authority on the product. When you come out and the factory tells them that you're coming out, you're essentially an authority on the product. That's what they're assuming, is that you're an authority on that product. So I really don't have much issue, really don't have much pushback on that kind of thing. And let me see here. Put in the chat what my count is. Where are we at now? Where are we at? Let's see here. Now, what other questions? Now, I do want to address this little bit of a all right. I want to address some of this. Oh, good. We got 17. All right, we're up to 18 likes. Thank you. 19. Thank you very much. Because YouTube is really, really holding brother down. None of these questions, none of these things that you guys are interested in are truly benefiting you. What I've experienced, the worst call, best call, biggest call, smallest call, that has nothing to do with you. What you need to know is, how do you get your customers right? What type of part supply are they dealing with? Like, you can't pregame. There is no pregame on the commercial side of things. Well, I'll just leave that up there. So you can't pregame this thing. There are so many other conditions when it comes to commercial. For instance, the warmer, right? You get a call from Five Guys. They say our warmer isn't working. You don't know what it is. You don't know if it's a bad breaker. You don't know if the cord is unplugged. You don't know if the cord is damaged. You don't know if the switch is damaged. You don't know if the wires internally going to the elements are bad. You don't know any of that. You don't know any of that. And you don't even know if they turned it on or not. When you get the call, and especially if it's a contractual agreement like this, like if you're taking care of Five Guys or something like that, you gotta go. You gotta go. They only staff skeleton crews over there at Five Guys. They only staff just enough to handle a moderate sized rush. So nobody has any time to talk to you. They come in roughly about an hour, maybe 2 hours before they open. And that has everything to do with cutting and washing and cutting the French fries. That is all it's about. Everything else is throwing the food on the grill. Would you like to know what the grill looks like? Would you like to see pictures of the grill of a Five Guys? Anybody have any interest at all in any of that kind of stuff? So the most important thing to know when you're doing this business, the most important thing to know is what equipment do they have? For me, I'd like to know how long have they had the equipment. That is my thing. I'm like, how long have you guys had this damn thing? That tells me a lot. All right, so they have Magic Kitchen, Magic Chef, Magic Kitchen. Oh, come on. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to look up some Five Guy locations. Oh, let's see here. Let's see if I can look up some. All right, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to look up some locations real quick. Let me post this. So yeah, the most important thing to find out is, what do they have? What kind of problem are they having? That is the most important thing. Okay. So here, this is a Five Guy. And that's how their fry station. This is when they're doing their fries. That's how they hold their baskets, and then the fry station is always to the right. Pitco. I'm trying to find. Matter of fact, hold on. Oh, I need a picture that's going to have the geolocation. I need the location. See, I keep going to Fairfield Town. I need this location. Once I because I use an Apple, once I find out the location, I can pull up all the other pictures from that location. Fairfield Town in Cypress. Oh, I don't think I did one. I didn't do a griddle for that one. Shoot. Hold on. Let me do griddle. So while I'm going through this, yeah, what you want to do is ask questions. Ask a lot of questions. That's going to help you out. All right, these are some. Let me see if one of these is it. This is from a Five Guys. Post Oak Plaza. Okay. Let me see if I can find some more pictures from Post Oak Plaza. That's right. There sure is a Five Guys in Post Oak Plaza. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. You know what? Maybe this will work. Let me just do Post Oak. All right, so let's see what we can find out here. Gonna have some. I don't know who the hell's pizza oven this is. Oh, okay. I know what that is. Now. Let me make this a little bigger so you guys can see. Follow with me now. Ask any question you want to about these pictures, as long as they're not an inappropriate picture of that I might have taken. This is when I do some of the Starbucks. This was a Starbucks. They told me they were ready for a startup. They were not ready for a damn startup. They didn't even have any. They didn't even have any power. They didn't have power at that damn location. Galleria. What is this? No, this is a dishwasher. Shoot. I'm telling you, hey, I had to send Five Guys all these pictures. And yeah, I have a ton of them. See, this is from the griddle, so it should. There it is. Because I'm like, yeah, these pictures are from the griddle. So you always got to send pictures of people. You always have to send people pictures of what you're doing. So you can clearly see here where one side is not brown and the other one is. And you can see that the lights are off. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah. Oh, every installation is going to be different. You need to take a look at it. Do not ever give a person a price on an install without seeing the location first. You need to see the location. You need to know what equipment you're putting in, and you need to know how everything is gonna run. This is nothing like residential. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The skills that you've learned working on residential translate over. Refrigeration is refrigeration, right? Because it's all a sealed system. It's all chemistry. So it's exactly the same. It's just what you're working with is different. The controls are a little different. Installation is completely different. How you're able to access it is vastly easier. Everything else is different. So you don't know what you have to move. If you look closely at this picture, the griddles stop right below these knobs. This is refrigeration. These are low boy chef tables. So they slide the drawers open. They are refrigerated. They're then able to pull out bacon. They're able to pull out burgers, cheese, and then throw it on top of the burger. They have buns. Usually in this picture, the buns are off to the left, and then they take them and they put them on the grill. So everything is different. If you go ahead and quote somebody on a commercial sight unseen, you are a damn fool. You are going to lose money. You are definitely going to lose money. So never. That's like somebody quoting you sight unseen to fix your car. It's like, it's not a thing. That's really not a thing. You really should. You have to see this stuff before. This is all educated. There's none of this guessing and stuff. You're going to have to just take a look at everything. They have to pay you for your time. That is why you're not going to be supplanted. That's why no one is going to usurp you. All right. You are needed. You are needed. You are needed. So they can't bring in low cost labor to do it. Like in my market, I'm hours away from Mexico. And we have a huge influx of we have a lot of people from different countries, and it's not a thing here. So we have a huge shortage on technicians, huge shortage on installation companies, because it is a highly skilled thing that is needed. So these griddles weigh, 700-800 pounds. So if you're going to install this, now you need a lift table to bring this on over there. This is not going to be a one-man job. So it's going to be quite involved. And then is this thing going to be crated? Like when it's brought in, is it crated? Is it brand new? And you got to uncrate it and do all this other stuff. Plus, you have to calibrate. You're supposed to calibrate these, and they have a whole tool for calibrating them. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But if you think that you're going to cookie cut some prices and stuff like that, no, this is not that type of business. This is not that type of business. So these are the griddles. This is where all the magic happens. So every Five Guys, you got your two griddles. The griddles are of various different lengths. So this one just had two. Some of them have two. Some of them have like a 54-inch, and then another one that's 36. They have different size griddles. They always have and I think these are Silver King. Matter of fact, these are Silver King. These chef tables are Silver King. Oh, excuse me. Let me go in here. Let me see if I can I have more pictures. Let me see if I go into some more pictures before I do that. Hold on a second. Let me see what oh yeah, there it is right there. It says Silver King. So when I had to work on it, it's a Silver King. Now, one thing you need to know, and it's 134A. One thing you need to know about Five Guys is they do not want to replace equipment ever. Ever, 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 ever. Only time you're going to see new equipment in a Five Guys is when the location is new. Now, the griddle can go back and forth between Vulcan and Magic Kitchen. The fryer is always going to be a Pitco Solstice fryer. The refrigeration is usually a Silver King. Let me go back. And the warmers are always those Marshall. Always a Marshall warmers. So Pitco Solstice. Let me see let me pull up the data on this. Yeah, this is Post Oak. Why are none of the other Post Oaks coming up? I always have to take a ton of pictures. Maybe, all right, let me put in Post Oak Plaza. And let's see let me go with all. There we go. Here we go. Let me see if you guys can see it. Let me see. Yes, there you go. Now you can see it. Show and tell day. Finally. All right, let me go back. Let me go back to my damn pictures. Sorry about that. I just wanted to talk about the damn AI. Anyway, so you see the different lights. The lights break. You have different problems where the burner tubes get blocked up, and then you have the erratic flame. So the flame doesn't go where it's supposed to. It ends up coming down. When it ends up coming down, it ends up burning and singeing wires. So you're supposed to have a proper flame window like such, blue with the yellow tips. I always take pictures of the wiring, even though I do it all the time. I always take pictures of the wiring. That's another thing. Take pictures, take pictures, take pictures. I take pictures and video of everything that I'm doing. And that way I could reference it later in case somebody had it wired up strangely for some odd reason. I'll always have that. And then two, take a damn picture of yourself. Take a picture of yourself at these locations. You've earned that. You've earned that, right? Take a picture, use that in your marketing. When people ask you, "Oh, have you ever worked on this before? Have you ever done that?" and they want to doubt you, now you have proof, all right? So I have pictures inside and outside. I have some pictures of me posing inside, working on it. And it's just due to the fact of me being black. They would assume that maybe you don't know how to do this, or maybe you're trying to just figure your way out throughout the whole thing. They kind of doubt your authority. So because in this situation with Five Guys, I am not an authorized Magic Kitchen technician. I am not an authorized Pitco technician. I'm not an authorized Marshall Air technician or Silver King. So this is definitely a situation where it is based on my reputation alone that I'm able to provide service for these different locations. So it's unlike where it's Hoshizaki, Isomatic. It's unlike, even though I used to be listed for True, I'm not listed for True anymore. So that type of thing. So you have all of that fun stuff. So you want pictures. Yeah, that's Brother B. You want pictures. All right. Let me see what else. And I don't know where the girls are. Well, you guys know, I have this. I have these are the new AI stuff I'm doing for the thumbnail. I didn't put any of the guys out because, be honest with you, you get better views when it's a woman than if it's a guy. And now this is a location where they're also serving fries, and they've crushed the back wall. They've crushed the back wall, so now there's no airflow. And what ends up happening, this is a freezer at 13 degrees. What ends up happening is the temperature raises in the unit because there's no incoming air. So it creates a vacuum. It's essentially creating a vacuum. So here's the coils after I've cleaned them. Oh, I have gray hair. I got 3 gray hairs. So y'all acting like I don't have no damn gray hair. I got gray hair. I got 3 whole gray hair, damn it. 3. You've seen it. Anyway, so it's extremely difficult. So, oh shoot. So for this call at this chicken spot, shall we say, the fryer. Oh yeah, I got another one. The freezer that they keep the French fries in always freezes up. This chain has had Tralson. This chain has had True. This chain has had Continental. This chain has had Hoshizaki. They always want to blame the manufacturer. They always want to say, "Oh, it's these units. How come these units don't work right?" And the company policy is this. And I've done startups at these locations. From corporate, 2 people will be there from corporate. they will have them. Well, actually, the whole staff is corporate, mixed in with a couple of people that are actually going to be there. But they want to make sure the restaurant starts without any problems. And what they'll do is they will open the door to the freezer, prop it open. Then they'll go ahead and walk on over to the walk-in box. They'll open the walk-in box door. They'll go in there. They'll sort through which boxes they want, put them on a cart, bring them back on over to the freezer by the deep fryer. Then proceed to open up the box. Then open the plastic bag. Well, then take the bags and then put the bags in the freezer, and then close it. Now, this whole time, that freezer has been sucking in moist, warm air from the restaurant, hot grease, vaporized grease from the deep fryers, which it is usually right next to or across from. And they wonder why Charleston doesn't last. They wonder why True doesn't last. They wonder why all these manufacturers can't make a fridge that can work. Because these people are deliberately causing problems. So whenever I go, I already know that the unit is frozen up, but exactly what else is going on with it, I do not know. So on this particular picture, and you can see that this picture is a recent one. What does it say? March 18th, right? So the back, like I said, the back wall is crushed. So I tried to take these pictures from an angle so that you can see that it is supposed to stick out. It is supposed to at least have about a good inch worth of space between this panel and the back wall. The reason why the panel is there so that it's a duct to channel air along the back wall. And then when it gets crushed, it's not able to do that. The air stays up top and then the whole thing freezes up. And I don't have a picture of it frozen, but this whole evaporator ends up frozen. Sometimes you get blocked drains. Sometimes it's other things, but with this particular design, it was the back wall. So then I have to take my hose and I have to hose the damn thing down. I have to hose the thing down. So anyway, next question. What do you guys want to talk about? Because pregame is out the window. All of this ideology that you have that works, that's tried and true with residential, is no longer valid in this world. See the stuff behind me? Those methodologies do not work here. It does not work. It will not serve you. You will be at a disadvantage. You're going to go out there thinking one thing, and it's not going to be anything like that. And you're going to rack your brain trying to figure out why it's okay, and that what I thought was fine is fine, and I mean what I thought was wrong is okay, and you're gonna waste. Essentially, you're wasting so much time. So my advice to you is not to do that. Don't do that one. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta fix this dishwasher. Okay. I was doing work on pizza ovens. So that was on the 22nd. Oh, no. I didn't work on this. I take that back. I didn't work on this. I'm going to go to the XLT. I'm going to make time to go to the XLT class. You guys made a compelling argument for me to go to XLT. So I'm going to do that. This is what some of the ice machines look like. So yes, ice machines need cleaning. This is why I tell, if you're new to my channel, if you're just now discovering me, my standpoint is start with ice machines. Every single location that has an ice machine is going to need your service at some point in time. Whether it's cleaning, because they understand that they clean. Like this location, they thought their machine was clean. I didn't bother taking any pictures of the The machine, this is after I cleaned it, but the machine was relatively clean because they had been, they've been wiping it down. They've been doing all kind of stuff, and they thought they did a great job. Yet and still, this is what the machine, the internal components of the machine look like. The employees are not going to take the unit apart. They are scared to death that they are not going to be able to put the machine back together properly. And if they don't put the machine back together properly, they're going to get blamed for the technician, which is me, that comes out and is going to charge them an arm and a leg. So they don't want to deal with it, which is just fine for you. Yeah, that's Branded Group. I was telling you guys to call Branded Group. How many people have called Branded Group? Hey, 63 Impala, what's happening? How many people have given Branded Group a call? Oh yeah, hey, I'm just rattling on. I'm working on my AI phone system. So I get a ton of calls that I rather not accept. I just want the meat and potatoes. I hate when these people call me and they're like begging me and trying to finesse stuff. Oh, okay. You emailed them, and you emailed the regular number. Let's see here. Good. I'm glad you spoke up. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you for saying something. Let me see what the hell I got here. Oh, let me see. Let me call them for you. Let's call them. Let me find out. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. Vendor relations at Branding Group. I doubt if they're gonna call. I'm gonna get. Let me see who I can get. Let me see who I can get over there. All right, hold on. Let me do this for you guys. Now, while I do this, hey Ross, what? Oh, good, you're a member. Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna. I'll definitely give a call on your behalf. Let me go through some of my emails. Let me take you along with me. All right, let's go through this so you guys can see. So you don't have dead space. Let's share screen. Let's go through my email. Yeah, I think that's email. All right. Branded Group. All right, Branded Group. Let's see what we got here. All right, one of my subscribers didn't get a damn call. We're gonna find out right now. 323 940 144. Let's see here. No, I should have did. I should.
Branded Group.
I should have.
If you know your party's
did this through the
extension
damn
and would like to
computer.
connect to them directly, press 1. If you would like to dial by name directory, press 2. If you need to give an update on an open work order or need to place a work order, press 3. If you're looking to become a customer and would like to speak with our sales department, press 4. If you are a vendor and need to speak to accounts payable, press 5.
Let me just do 3. Okay, do you have this 804 number? Do you have this number?
Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling Branded Group. This is Kelly. How can I help you?
Yeah, how you doing there, Kelly? Hey, my name is Mike, and I'm calling from Reed Appliance in Houston. How's it going there? Hey,
I'm good.
oh, good. Hey, I hope you had a happy Easter. Hey, oh, good. Hey, I had a quick question. What's the best email to use to reach you guys?
Well, it kind of depends on what you're looking for.
All right, I'm trying to get a satellite location set up, and I need to do it through vendor relations. What's the best email?
All right, let me just look that up on our system real quick.
Okay. Are you handling the Texas market, or are you handling a different state?
I'm just on the accounting team. I just am answering the reception calls for right now.
Oh, giving everybody else a break. That's nice of you.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
nice.
so I've got the vendor relations email if you would like that.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so it's vendors@branded-group.com.
Okay, so just a regular one. All right. And then so if I send them an email, what kind of time would I be looking at to get a call back, or for somebody to call me back? Or should I call them?
They're fairly good at responding, so I'm just shoot them an email and see what happens. I'm pretty sure that they'll respond. We have like a 72-hour response time.
Okay.
So maybe at the most that I can imagine that they should be responding earlier, but
Okay. All right. And all right, and you guys are always looking for appliance techs, right?
yeah, I mean we're always open to new vendors for sure.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I know. Anything open in tech? Anything open in Houston that you need addressed? I know you're in accounting. You're not in dispatch, so.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of right now, just because I can't pull that
Pull that up.
information, but
Yeah.
vendor relations can. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, thank you. You have a good Monday.
You're very welcome. You too.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, people. That's something. Ross is that symbol right there after Ross's name. Yeah, if you are a subscriber, if you are a member of the channel, you contributed. I haven't gotten that all worked out with Google yet, but I will call for you. I will work with you. I'll try to find out what the issue is and get it rectified. All right. So if you're still having problems, definitely let me know, and then I'll reach out to them. It is a very flat organization. The guy that created Branded Group is still around. Excuse me. The guy that created Branded Group, he used to answer the phones. I go back with them from when he first started, from when the guy first started. So, I was dealing with them back in 2019 and stuff. So it was just him and like two other people that used to answer the phones. But anyway, so that's the Branded Group. Let's see here. And you guys have called Nordon. Let's see what Nordon Inc. comes up. What the hell? Oh, they got a new bill payment. Okay. Let's see if that opens up. And you guys have called Nordon, right? Why does Conap come up? Well, Conap and Nordon work together. Let me see here. Oh, see, this is CVS. Who is this? This is CVS, and this is through Nordon. Okay. So here's your CVS. I hope you guys can see this. Let me see if you guys can see it. Oh, sure. No, hey, I'm happy to do it. Thank you for investing in me. And I have no problem with going to bat for you. I do appreciate you checking out the information. So if you do call Nordon, right, here are the receipts. Here you will go to CVS. They have the contract with Fiji Water. Conap has a contract with Coke, and so I think that's Dasani Water. Anyway, whatever water brands that Coke have, you'll end up servicing those in CVS. So all of this stuff is here. These are great accounts for you to dip your toe in. If you are if you're trying to get your people working, if you have, multiple employees and you want work for your multiple employees, give ConApp a call, give Nordon a call, give Branded Group a call, and the list goes on and on. But until you guys get set up with these few, I don't really see the need of going further and giving you others when you guys haven't even set up with this first batch, right? You got to get set up with this first batch. So I don't know if this person is still here anymore. But you could definitely give Nordon a call. I don't know what the hell this was all about. So this is a little more recent. I don't know what the hell this was all about. I think Nordon tried to send me something. Let me drop this. Let me drop this and then add another one. So I've given many a video. There's over 200 some videos. You don't have to watch the videos about the training. There are videos specifically on Nordon. There's videos specifically on ConApp. There's video. These people have a large bench when it comes to the number of clients that they have. They don't, like the lady was saying, she's always looking for people because they are taking care of clients that are nationwide. So Nordon, as you see, they're taking care of clients that are nationwide. If you have a CVS by you, that means that Nordon has that account for that particular unit. If you have a, if you're dealing with Coke and then you see a drink machine that's holding water and it's making noise or not cooling properly, that means that ConApp has that one. If you see the ice cream, that means ConApp has that. If you go into a Dollar General, because it's not just Dollar General, it's Dollar General and it's Haagen-Dazs, it's Nestle's. They have Haagen-Dazs, they have Nestle's. So these are major multinational conglomerates that they are desperate for someone to go out and provide the work for. And that person can be you and your employees. Because some of you have reached out to me and you're trying to find work for your employees. It doesn't get any better than this. The employees do the work. They give you the information. You then submit it to Nordon. You then submit this to ConApp. You submit this to Branded Group. And then the money comes into your account. Your employees never touch a dime. Your employees actually, with the exception of Branded Group, your employees never have to talk to a customer. Of course, when you go into the restaurant, let me see who all is even interested in any of this. If you're interested in hearing any of this, I need at least 5 people in the chat to put a 1. Put a 1 in the chat if you're at least interested in hearing about the system of what the lady that you just heard from, Branded Group. If you want to know how their system works, put a 1 in the chat. So I know that that's something that you guys even want to talk about. I don't even know if that's something that you guys are interested in talking about. I would just ramble on about something that you guys would have no interest in. So let's see what we got here. And on this Power Soak, I've gotten it is this damn brand. It is. This is now owned by Electrolux. Power Soak. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. We need 2 more. We need 2 more for the participation. YouTube is really on me. You guys have no idea. No comments, no nothing. YouTube doesn't let my videos go out. They don't advertise it. So it looks like we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's not 5. We have 4. So we still just no, we don't even have 4. Hold on. All right, 1, 2, 3. So we only have 3. We only have 3. So we need 5. We need 5. All right. Don't forget, hit the like, share this, subscribe. Which you guys are doing very well on this lately. So I guess nobody's interested in any of that kind of stuff. All right, we're going to, let me see if I can go into Power Soak. Let me see if I can go into Power Soak real quick. Unified Brands. So let me show you. Wow. Let's see what we can find. All right, Unified Brands, which is not exactly my favorite. This is the brand that is in the back of the house at every single Five Guys. This is the Power Soak. They use it for getting the starch out of their potatoes. Let me see if I can find a video of that. Let's see here. Let's allow how Five Guys does their thing. Why the hell is this coming up on Facebook? I hate Facebook. There we go. Oh, good. You guys can see. All right. So we still only have, we have 1, 2, we only have 3. We need 5. We need 5 people to like this thing. And then we can go into that. So this is, oh shoot.
Our cold, clean, and clear. We call it the 3 C's. If the you how we clean fries at Five Guys.
So they're doing
After
this in.
The potatoes are cut. We
see there it is. It says Power Soak.
Cold water to remove all the stuff. We clean fries at Five Guys. After the.
Oh, I didn't say Power Soak. It says produce. Whatever. But they're using a Power Soak.
Potatoes are cut. We power wash them twice in cold water to remove all the starch.
Right.
The first cycle is 5 minutes, and the second is 2 minutes. When finished, the water will still be a little cloudy. We then move the fries into a different sink and agitate them with a special paddle. Our aim is for the water to be cold, clean, and clear. We call it the 3 C's. If the water is still not clear, we drain and refill the sink, then repeat the process until it's ready. The clean fries must soak in cold water for at least 15 minutes before they're ready to cook. This is what achieves a quality Five Guys fry that melts in your mouth.
And that's why they're there earlier in the day before they even open. All right, so I guess that's it. So now you've seen so now you got a chance to see some of the equipment in Five Guys, what they have, what they work on. So now you know. Let me give you the rundown. And then I'll go back into the Power Soak. Every Five Guys has at least 2 Hoshizaki. Oh no, maybe more than that. They'll have 2 Hoshizaki ice machines in the lobby over the Coke dispenser. Then they'll have for your shake, it's going to be either a Stolting or a Marshall or a it's going to be a Stolting or another Electro Freeze. Then you have your Middleby. I'm sorry. Then you have your Marshall Air Fry Warmer. Then next to that, you're going to have your Pitco Solstice fryer setup. Then directly next to that, where they have their griddles, those are Magic Kitchen. They're always going to be gas Magic Kitchen griddles. 2 of them. One for burgers, the other for buns. Underneath that, then they have the Silver King chef table. Now they can, as I mentioned earlier, they can use Vulcan for the griddle, but they usually will use Magic Kitchen. So it'll go back and forth between those two. Right? So that's what you're going to find. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me get on to this one real quick. So this company right here has been gobbled up by Electrolux, and is, yeah, I know. See, there it is right there. It is now part of the Electrolux Professional Group. So Grown, Randall, Avtech, Power Soap, Capco, all of that is Electrolux. So Electrolux has gobbled up everybody. When they've got a coffee division. They wanted this, basically, I would say they wanted this for Power Soak. I don't know of too many people that are Grown is, as it is first, Grown is the most popular out of the whole suite. Then you got your Randell, which falls second, and then Power Soak is dead last. So now everything you're doing with any of these, it falls under the Electrolux umbrella. So here it is. So Electrolux is desperately trying to make themselves a top contender. They actually have everything it takes. And there's their hoods. They have everything it takes, but they we'll see. They haven't quite pushed anything just yet. Oh, let me cancel some of this stuff. I already did Avtech. All right, there's your cap code. I don't know what this is. So this is their sous vide and chill system. Interesting. Never seen it, never dealt with it. Never seen it, never dealt with it. Don't know who has it. More than likely it's like university and 5-star university hotels and 5-star restaurants would carry something like that. All right, so we got through Marshall. Back to Nordon. All right, well, since we only have the few, I guess we'll end it here. 1, 2, because we have three individuals that were interested, nobody else. Any suggestions on the next subject line? On the next subject? And I am going to go over the training because we only have about 80 days left before summer. Training sessions are usually on hold during the summer because of low attendance. So don't forget, you have your Frymaster coming up. You got Frymaster training coming up. You have Hoshizaki. You have Manitowoc. Hoshizaki and Manitowoc training are coming up throughout the country. So it's a good time for you to go ahead and check the sites. If you don't see it, if you can't find it, definitely let me know, and I'll do an individual video on the training dates that are coming up. All right, and with that, I'd like to thank you. Oh, let's see here. I'd like to thank you all for coming. Please do what? Please do what? What is it? What is it? Now I need full participation. YouTube is penalizing me. So I need interaction. They are looking at all the comments, not your individual comments, but just the frequency of comments and things like that. They don't want me just droning on in front of the screen, that type of thing. They want interaction. No interaction. They're messing with my bandwidth. No interaction. I don't even have anybody to voice my concerns with on YouTube yet because I don't have enough subscribers. Well, I would love to, but I told you guys I need 5. So I have 1, 2, 3 people. I need 5 people. And with that, we'll have to go to it. We'll have to go to it another time. We'll have to go to it another time. I'm Before I end the show, I want to thank Brother Frank Evans, Brother Frank Evans, the major contributor to the channel. Always coming through for me. He's the #1 channel sponsor. And I don't know why that is still coming up. But I'm gonna go and address the training schedule for the spring. Because it's already beginning of the month, so it's time anyway. So I have to address that. Let me see. Yeah, I have a number. I have not just one about Branded Group. I got a couple. I got a couple of videos about Branded Group. I got a couple of videos about Nordon. And then I can do those things again, but the participation needs to be there. Participation needs to be there. So, and with that, I will gonna end this. And then I will talk to you guys. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Would you guys like a video tomorrow? Because that's something I can do. But with that, I'm going to say good day and talk to you guys the next time. Oh, it does work. Oh. Yeah, they finally gave me my thing.